Yeah, man, so check it out. So Jedi Joy just informed me that we are nomadic. So we're gonna live our life living in Airbnbs, and that's the way it's gonna go. And that's the Jedi Joy show. We're gonna do that all over the world. Our original plan was to stay here, but as she mentioned, that just wasn't gonna happen because Aldridge, even though we told him that we wanted to stay here for a year and he said that'd be fine, he decided to rent the place out to someone else in the middle of March, but he didn't tell us that when we were first renting it out. He just told us that just yesterday. So
he asked about something else, so it's like, I don't even know when he was going to tell us.
I don't know when he was going to tell us that he'd rented it out in April. So anyway, so we found that out. So we just, we found a new plan, but it's not really that new a plan because it's what we've been doing always. But this time we're just more aware of what's happening.
Well, before we were thinking more long term. So now we're going to really know that it's literally just traveling, which is nice because then we'll bring a little bit less. We still have to bring quite a bit of stuff because we'll still kind of move somewhere, but not so like long term. We're like, oh, I'll never get to see that thing again. I better bring it. Now it's like, oh, leave that behind in storage.
Right. So anyways, what I was trying to say is that we're going to be living in Airbnbs for a while. And so what we have planned out is for the next year. Because, we don't really have plans, but you want to have loose plans for about a year. So for the next year, we're going to be, like Jedi Joy said, we'll be here, and then we'll be going back to Vegas for a quarter, and then we'll be going to Ireland and London, and maybe even New York. And then back to Vegas. And after that, will be the next year. So it'll be 2022. We might come back here, or we might go somewhere else, but that's 2022. So we're talking about, we got 2021 kind of mapped out. So we're very much looking forward to meeting Ed Sheeran.
In Ireland.
Well, it's Joy. Trim it, man. It's like I had a perfect ending to the Ed Sheeran part. Obviously, we're talking Ireland. That's what he said. But then, okay, I'm just teasing her. I just like to give her shit. I just like to give Jedi Joy shit. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is go swimming.
Right now, we have a rooftop pool for 4 months. For 4 months, we had a rooftop pool on the 25th floor in Panama City, Panama, from October 2020 to February 2021, and from then.
Okay, hopefully she'll stop talking in these terms. It's kind of before it was like hard to get her to do anything on video, and now she's like okay, we have a rooftop pool here, and it's very special, and we only have it till this day. It's like, okay, now it's almost the opposite. It's like,
no, but we're showing what we have in each place. Because we're going to be going to different cities, so you show like what you have at each place. This one had a rooftop.
Well, yeah, but you see, I have like 2 months of footage that I've been collecting that I've been following you around, and you've been like scowling at me while I do it.
I know.
And now they were fighting. You see, but here's my point. The reason why I'm making fun of this, she knows where I'm going with this. That's the way fucking people live their lives. They spend 60 years when everybody says, "Hey, let's go do something fun. Let's go do this, Mom. Let's go do. Hey, let's go travel the world. Let's do that." And they go, "Nah, scale it." And then they find out they're dying, and they've got 6 months to live or 6 years to live or something. It's like, oh, everything's so amazing and beautiful, and they really want to say it. You're like, Jesus, you're 80 fucking years old. It's like nobody wants. It's like, but that's not the case here. But no. I don't know why she takes things it's called an analogy, like similar to what would happen to most people, like until you realize you're leaving, you don't appreciate it. Now, you didn't have to live your whole life. No. Does she look 80 to you? Obviously not. No, it's not happening.
Saying, but why is it wrong that I'm doing this now?
Why did you say that was wrong?
Well, because you said stop. You told me to stop doing what I was doing. And you said it was very annoying what I was doing to stop doing it.
It was a little bit. Because normally we'd just be like living our life and catching.
But I was just living in the moment that's I was like expressing myself. I was just
Right. My point is that what happens is that's what 80-year-olds do. And then they fucking stop it. It's like, dude, no. Look, first of all, A, you're not 80. You're 35. B, I've got tons of footage showing everything you just said. And now what we can do is no, it's fine. But I'm just pointing out, like, how different it would be if you waited until you're 80 to realize you had a rooftop pool, okay? And now you want to go swimming and make videos. She don't look 80 to you, does she? That was my point. What if she would have waited until she was 80? Do you see anybody else up here on the roof? They'll be up here when they're 80, when they realize that they're dying. They're like, oh man, I have this really nice pool. I know it takes a long time to get to my points, but if you can get rid of the thing that I'm never insulting anybody, I'm just trying to make a funny fucking point and do it in a way that we can all understand it. Because she looks much better than 80, I think. What do you think, Joy?